Welcome back. Today we're updating the firmware on the CarpodGo T3 Pro, one of the best screens I've ever used. You're going to want this. The link will be in the description. It's the firmware update. Pretty much applies mainly to Android Auto, but we're going to update it anyway. So click the link, download it. Google will tell you that it's not scanned for viruses, but download it anyway. It comes in a zip folder. I'm on a Mac, so it comes like this, and you've got 3 separate folders in there. So this page, you can pause that, read the instructions of how to do it. You're going to want a USB stick to go into your USB port. Open that up, copy those 3 folders, drag them into your USB device, stick, whatever. That'll take quite a while to copy over, or at least it did on my Mac, and my Mac's fairly quick. So yeah, once it's all on your USB, safely eject that from your computer. That's the power cable, and then this is the USB adapter that came with it when it was brand new. That plugs in the other socket, so the power one in that one. What you're going to do is put your USB into this adapter. It was a little bit fiddly. I was trying to do it with one hand because I was filming it with the other hand, as you can probably tell. Yeah. Here we go. Come on. In. Get in. In. Thank you. Once that's in, you can power it up. You'll see the logo. I have it set for Land Rover because we're in a Range Rover. I know some people say, oh, Land Rover, Range Rover, they're 2 different things. No, Range Rover is made by Land Rover. It's going to automatically go to CarPlay because that is my phone. I'm on iOS. It's already paired with the screen, so CarPlay opens up straight away. But we're going to go into the settings. Not in that settings, we need to go into the main settings on the screen when I finish pissing about. There we go. Back into that screen, hit the settings button. You're going to come down to the About button, and then you'll have System Update, hit that, and with the USB stick plugged in, it's going to check the files, and then it'll start updating it. It did take quite a while, and I will speed up a bit of footage here in a minute. Yeah, we're at 2 times speed now, cracking on through it. And this is just checking the files on the USB stick. So there you go, check system file success, verifying the upgrade, do not switch it off, and now it'll start installing it onto the screen. This is still 2 times speed. It was quite slow, but we got there in the end, I think. Yeah, sorry about the reflections in the screen. I should have had it on my other camera looking top down, which you'll see a bit further on in the video. I was just trying to do this with my phone. We do get there in the end. There we go. It's done, and now it reboots itself back on the Land Rover screen. I did find that it had basically reset, so I had to then repair my phone to the screen afterwards, because now I've hit the CarPlay button. My phone isn't connected to it. So yeah, this is the CarPlay side. So I've repaired my phone to it now. We're going to have a go. This is CarPlay. So there's my iOS phone. And I've just powered up the screen. And that should. There we go. CarPlay. There we go. We're all up and running on CarPlay. Everything's there as it should be. All the apps that I use. Navigation. Now this is the best screen that I've ever used. I've had a few people send me these different versions of screens for CarPlay and Android Auto. This particular one I found is the best. The screen is fantastic. The screen feels like an iPhone. Really quick refresh rate. There's all your settings for Google Maps, I believe. So yeah, we just got in satellite view. Cracking screen, really is. We used it on our trip to Spain last year. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just messing about with different settings. But the aim of the game on this video was to check out the Android. Now, I haven't got an Android phone. My dad had an Android phone. He came back from the UK. They went to the UK for Christmas. He came back. I tried his old Android phone on the screen, and it wouldn't connect. It would connect, but it didn't have an Android Auto, wouldn't open up. This is just all the settings. I think I'll get to the end of it in a minute. Yeah, it's a 2 thumbs up. So we're going to have a look at Android Auto now, and we're going to have a go at pairing the phone from scratch. So there's your Android phone, Bluetooth's on. It tells you what the name of the thing is, and on the phone they match up. Press the button, and it's failed. Why has it failed? I did realise in the end, and we'll probably go into it in a minute. It was still paired to my iOS phone, my Apple phone, and of course my dad's old Android phone was on there as well. So cleared them both off. We're going to try again. Hit the pair button, and this time there we go. It'll pair with a code. Click yes, and there you go. Android Auto. Really quite straightforward. So that's going to come up. Google's going to ask you welcome or whatever it said on there. And then we're just going to come on. Obviously, we didn't have location setting on Google Maps, so that's why that big exclamation mark's there. So you go into the main screen, and there's all your apps. It's a little bit different, Android Auto to CarPlay, but everything's there. He uses Waze, so we'll have a quick look at that in a second. There is Google Maps on there and other bits and pieces in his phone and Facebook Messenger and all that kind of thing. Yeah, navigate to his home address, and there you go. Bish bash bosh, and job is a good one. Now on the screen you can have the sound coming through the screen, or you can have the sound divert to your car entertainment system if you've got Bluetooth enabled for that. Neither his car nor the Range Rover you can do that. The only Bluetooth on the Range Rover is for the telephone, and I believe it's the same on his car. He's got a Citroen C-Crosser. So I did change it because I gave him one of my old screens, and we've changed it so that the sound actually comes out of the screen rather than the phone. But yeah, Waze works perfectly. I was just having a bit of a mess around with it, and I was talking to my dad through it. Obviously, I've taken all that audio off because we was talking utter nonsense at the time. So yeah, Android Auto works just as well as CarPlay, really. I do like CarPlay because I'm a bit of an Apple person. Everything I've got is... I do have a PC, laptop, because certain things you just need a PC for. But iPhone, iPad, iMac, everything connects so easy. But yeah, this is my first little go at Android Auto. So now, when you switch it off, switch your car off and it powers down, the next time you get back in, as long as you've got your Bluetooth switched on your phone, it'll just reconnect. The screen will fire up and the phone will reconnect straight away, and it'll go bang straight onto Android Auto. So you can probably customize the screen, backgrounds, this, that and the other. I think at this point I was just talking my dad through different things. And that's it. That's the firmware update. We're updated to the latest firmware on the website and I think most of it is for bug fixes to do with the Android Auto. When you go to the firmware update page, it does tell you all the things that it supposedly fixes. There wasn't a lot on there for the iOS Apple side of things. A lot of it was to do with Android Auto. It's all working perfectly. So yeah, we're up to date. Latest firmware, all working great. And I can't really say much more than that, to be honest. Fantastic screen. I will put a link in the description. There'll be a link for where to get the firmware update, and I'll put a link where you can buy it. I don't know if it's an affiliate link, I can't remember. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.